Hello, Ds, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna, and this is Benidorm's news update. We are here to discuss with you some of the most important and touristic news of our region. First of all, we'll be talking about the tourism update. What is the massive celebration that is waiting for us just in a couple of days' time on the 31st of December? Thing that will make tourist life way easier in Benidorm town, and how Benidorm is trying to transform itself into the city of the future and be prepared for any kind of climatic shifts that might be coming in the next upcoming decades. We will talk about the weather forecast. How will we welcome the brand new year 2025 in our region? Let's start. First of all, let's talk about the tourism update. As you all know, it's been so busy. We thought that, whoa, well, December will come and it's going to be slightly less crowded, but to our surprise, December is almost fully booked in Benidorm town. As for the latest statistics, it's been booked for 80% of occupancy for the Christmas days, and for the New Year's time, Benidorm is on its 90% capacity. So don't be shocked if you see some hotels that will be putting up the signs of fully booked or will not be available for some specific dates, or maybe even not allow one night stays when previous years this was actually a possibility. So definitely really busy the upcoming weeks, when we will be able to see some less crowds on the beach areas inside of the city. Will be starting from the Three Kings Day, which is like 7th of January. From that date up until Easter holidays, probably will see slightly less people on the streets. And if you like it to be quiet, that's the best time to travel. The coldest one of a year as well, but still it's less crowded and it's slightly more relaxing. We have a giant celebration waiting for us on the 31st of December. As you all might know, for the last around 8 years, almost a decade, Benidorm has been celebrating with a special event, the New Year's Eve. After pandemics, obviously, in pandemics it wasn't possible. After pandemics, this tradition came back to life and even stronger than ever. Since then, Benidorm was not only putting up a fireworks display on the Levante Beach to celebrate the new year, but also mixed it up with music. So now it's a musical giant firework display, which goes by rhythm and with the music at the same time. And last year it was really nice, really fun. We were amazed and surprised at the same time, and dozens of thousands of people gather up all together on the Levante Beach. This year, it's going to be starting from 6 p.m. All the bars and nightclubs, such as Penelope, KM, KU, Beach Lounge, all of these places, they will play the same music. There's going to be loudspeakers, there's going to be big TV screens as usual. You can see the last year's video on our channel here, New Year's Eve in Benidorm town, and you will be able to see what it actually looks like and what you might expect. This was a giant celebration. This year we will be there for you guys to film it for you. We will have an exclusive footage as well. It's going to be spectacular. That's the only thing we can say. It's going to be spectacular, and definitely one of the most important events of the end of the year. There is still entertainment, there is still shows, there is still different types of concerts on the square by the town hall. There's going to be on midday the New Year's pre-celebration for all the smallest ones, for the families with children, and after that, the Christmas market, the Christmas fair, and all of it will be still present until the Three Kings Parade. That's going to be the ending event, and starting from then, the celebrations will be over up until the brand new summer season 2025 will start on Easter holidays. So still quite a lot of things are waiting for us. The second news I wanted to share with you all is about a brand new improvement that Benidorm has done. Will improve the quality of holidays for a lot of people that are coming to Benidorm town. Us locals, obviously, we know where everything's located, so it's not as difficult. But for those who are coming to Benidorm as a holiday destination, it might be difficult to find where a specific place of interest is located. And whilst obviously asking a hotel or asking some people on the streets or checking it in Google Maps might help, But having visual signals of where to go and signs is actually making things in life a lot easier and your holidays too. Benidorm was lacking a lot of specific signs. There were a couple of them in some specific points, but it was not consistent. So at some point you were in town and you were not sure if you should follow straight, if you should turn left, right, where should you go and how far is it still up until your end destination point. It was not very comfortable, but right now it's going to be way easier. Benidorm has finished almost to install brand new signs and posts in Benidorm town, all around it, on the Poniente Beach, Levante Beach, the Old Town, the city center, the Rincon de Loix. Everywhere you go, there's brand new signs. Let us know if you've noticed them. Some of these signs are extremely useful, such as these ones right here. These signs basically show you where, it's like a mobility sign, where you could go and how much it will take you. What's the distance and how much time will you spend on walking there or going with a bicycle? These are extremely useful because you can plan, let's say I'm in Rincon de Loix by the Sunday's market. I want to go to the Old Town. How much will it take me if I go walking? This is the exact amount. There's going to be directions to all the main avenues and streets, different types of public transport like tram station, which I think it's one of the best measures ever. There's going to be indications to the bus station as well. There's going to be indications to the Old Town, to different types of viewpoints, beach areas, calas, historical places around Benidorm town, and much more. For example, to the Sunday's market and Wednesday's market, and different types of parks. This is a great initiative and it cost them slightly less than 300,000 euros. There's around 141 new posts, brand new ones, and around 466 new signals, new signs that is showing you where to go. And now it has a continuing. So it's from the beginning towards the end. You know, at some certain point, where to keep going so that you wouldn't lose track of the place where you actually need to be. Obviously, there is phones, there is Google Maps, there is iPhone Maps, there is a lot of things there that can help you out. But if you see also a visual indicator on that you're following the correct path, that is way easier. And I definitely can say that yay for the brand new measure of Benidorm town. We were lacking it and now it is here. There's also digital boards that are not connected just yet, but they will be shortly. These are like giant iPads, we call them. They're situated in some key strategic points, most touristic ones. That will give you some useful information. But up until then, new signs showing you the way and leading the way are a great measure. And the next news, Benidorm is thinking each time more and more how to actually gain more water, how to maintain the water that it has, because the population of the city is growing nonstop. The amount of tourism is increasing every single year, and the weather, not that it helps too much, to be honest, because it's raining each time less and less in our region. And we can definitely tell that sooner or later, probably sooner than later, it will be affected. Our city will be affected. So Benidorm is thinking about the importance of keeping and maintaining the water in our region since it doesn't rain here pretty much frequently. Right now, there's three different challenges that Benidorm will be facing for the next year, 2025, and these are three giant projects. First, one of them will be a brand new desalinization station. I hope I'm saying it in a correct way. If not, please correct me here in the comments. This is basically a station that will use the saline water and will transform it into the usual water, drinkable water, the water that can be used for plants, for the gardens, for consumption inside of the household, etc. And this big project will be somewhere in the Poniente Beach area. We don't know where exactly, but that is a probable destination, Poniente side of Benidorm town. Then there's going to be another massive projects. One of them is to reuse the water, the regenerated water. For example, the one that has been used already, to clean it, to prepare it, work with it, and to prepare a clean water back again that could be reused inside of the gardens in the household once again. Benidorm right now actually reuses around 95-96% of all the water that it uses. It's able to recollect it back again, filter it, clean it, and reuse it. So this is a huge achievement, but with the growing population, with more and more services being added to the city, they need to think on how to maintain or maybe even increase this type of level of consumption. And the last one will be a plan for anti-fires in case there's a big fire happening somewhere in the natural park or inside of the city, and in case there are floods like the one that happened in Valencia region, sadly, not so long ago. In case there are floods or forest fires or different types of fires in general, they want to have a specific project, a specific step-to-step protocol on what to do. And for example, for floods, where to fastly bring this water, some reservoirs, something to store it quickly and to take it from the streets, to avoid the flood, the possible flood, and at the same time collect this water and keep it for future usages, which is actually a great idea now that I think of it. Let us know what you think. And in case of fires, obviously the same, use this type of recycled water, cleaned water, to stop the fire and have an easy access to it from every single point of Benidorm town. That is what Benidorm is working on right now. It wants to prepare itself for a safe city of the future. And I definitely feel like with all the projects happening, with all that Benidorm has in mind, with emissions neutral areas, by the way, that will start working from the 1st of January, all this last part of the Mediterranean Avenue, the beach line, and the Poniente Beach promenade, all of this is emissions neutral. So starting from 1st of January, only specific vehicles will be able to pass through that area, and the rest who do not have enough specific authorization, if they will do, it will register their car number, the license plate, and at the end they will receive a fine because they went through the area that they didn't have any rights to go. And this is applied mostly to obviously vehicles who are not emissions neutral. So a lot of changes are coming up in Benidorm town, but we definitely like to see what Benidorm is converting itself into. Now let's have a walk and talk about the weather forecast. What is waiting us for the brand new year 2025? This is what the weather looks like right now. There's quite some strong winds today. There's quite a lot of waves inside of the Mediterranean Sea. Definitely, it's not a quiet winter day at all, as some of these were. It rained this morning. However, right now, it doesn't look like it might be raining back again. There's going to be a mix of sunshine and clouds, exactly as it is right now, all this upcoming week. As for the temperatures are lower than they previously were. It's not around 20 degrees anymore, but around 15, 16 right now. And the wind doesn't really help with the real temperature feel. This is the usual temperature mix that we will be having here in the area. No more 20 degrees, but instead 15, 17 probably maximum the following days. At night, around 6 to 8. And early in the morning, more or less the same. So you need to bring some jackets or at least something cozy for you to warm up. These also are the temperatures that will greet us the first days of a new year 2025. Thank you for accompanying us on today's Benidorm News Update. We wish you a lovely, lovely day. And we'll see you tomorrow in a new video where we'll show you Benidorm bars that offer free tapas, authentic ones. Don't miss it tomorrow. Bye, Dees.